महर्षीणां भृगुरहं गिरामस्येकमक्षरम् यज्ञानां जपयज्ञोऽस्मि स्थावराणां हिमालयः अश्वत्थः सर्ववृक्षाणां देवर्षीणां च नारदः गन्धर्वाणां चित्ररथः सिद्धानां कपिलो मुनिः. So I think these verses will go a little slow because we don't have much choice, because a lot of backgrounds are there. So as already we discussed that among all the Maharshis, so among all the Rishis, that two great Rishis, so I am called Vruguhu, and of course among the words Giram, I am the single syllable called Om, Onkara. Yajnanam japajagnyospi. So among all the rituals, I am the japa. Why? Jakarat, Janma, Vichcheda, Pakarat, Papanasana. So the word japa, so the ja stands for to remove this cycle called Janma, and of course which comes death, Mrityu. And how it is possible? By pa. Pa means papa. So managing or disconnecting one's own self, that's the best way to put, disconnecting one's own self from omissions and commissions. So that time I will be free from papas. That's why we have beautiful concept. For any papam we have prayaschitam. Say prayaschitam is not confession, okay? So there is big difference between confession and prayaschitam. In fact, after confession, only prayaschitta starts. Whereas in other religion, especially in Christianity, so you did confession, your prayaschitam is done. And whom you will confess, you know better, okay? At least in this thing, in Catholic I respect, okay? Do you know why Catholic I respect? Because Catholic confession, at least in the box, whether their fellow is there or not, sometimes they are not there, okay? They walk away. Unless they have their own interest, okay? To get your ratas. So at least you confess whether their fellow is there or not, so did they black, you know, all these things. But in Orthodox confession is painful. And sometimes that cloth stinks, okay? You know better, okay? And also sometimes you have to bend down and keep the nose and with on the cloth, you know better, okay? What a painful thing to do, okay? Anyway, joke apart. So the confession only gives the way for your mind to look at that whether you have done commission or not. Then after that you need to take the responsibility to grow out of it or to get out of it, both. So that's why every papam has got this prayaschitam concept we do have. Without that, remember, don't worry, whatever papam you do, you have to come back, okay? There is no choice. In fact, I can say one beautiful concept about this Lord Shiva and Parvati. When Parvati was supposed to meet Lord Shiva, Shiva was in meditation, because after Sati left her body, so Shiva went to Samadhi, long time, did not bother about anything. So as usual, all the gods and goddesses plan, especially all these other twos, Brahma and Vishnu, how to trap back against Shiva, okay? This is the right word, okay? And they all did all these things, but nothing worked to make it cut short. So they called Kamadeva and Rathi. This is the point to bring. So in the Kamadeva is the god of Cupid, what you call as. So with all the arrow of flowers and whatnot. So how to do not distract the mind of Lord Shiva? So Kamadeva was not willing to do it, but finally had to do it because of the order of Indra. Now when it ordered, this is the beautiful point to observe, and that time Rati means the wife of Kamadeva, was pregnant and had to leave it. There was no choice, Kamadeva had to do it. And when Kamadeva disturbed the meditation of Lord Shiva, in the process Kamadeva got burnt into ashes because of the Agni, the fire that comes from the third eye of Lord Shiva. You can say got electrocuted completely. So this is called action. Now let us come to the Prayaschitta part, Papa Prayaschitta. There are two things happened. When Rati came to know this has happened, now first thing is Indra ordered. It's Indra's mistake. Indra has done papam. Rati gave a shapam curse to Indra there. So the curse was that because of which you send my husband to divert or to bring Lord Shiva back from Samadhi so that we'll get married, Parvati, and the child will be born, will kill Tadakasura because of your throne protection of this Surgapada. Now I curse you, from today onwards, you will never be settled with your Indrapada. Always it will be shaking, you understand? Insecurity will be there with reference to your status of being Indra. Can you see what a disaster? That was not enough. Then second thing came, who? Parvati. So Parvati was cursed by Rati. Imagine, if you look at the hierarchy, Parvati is much, much higher. So the Parvati was cursed this way that, look, because of you, my husband died. Now I am becoming mother. Now my husband is not there. Now I curse you that you will never enjoy the Putra Sukham, the happiness that related to the progeny. It's a disaster. For this purpose only all the arrangement was done. Now Rati destroyed everything in one goal. Now again everybody tried to know, please. Vishnu came down, hey, this is not right. Okay, but already Vishnu in fact praised him. Or, don't worry. In every flowers, in every seasons, your Kamadeva will exist. He is not dead. Everywhere you will see him. And secondly, next avataram, Kamadeva will be born as my son called Pradyumna. And there again you will meet him and continue. Then she came down. Okay, thank you. Now please take care of other aspect, okay, about the Parvati. Do you know what she said? Whatever I have said, I cannot take it back. But I can reduce the impact. So what is that? Yes, she will have a child. The child will not come from her womb, but she will have a child. Can you see? That is how this Kartikeyan and Ganesha was born differently. We'll talk later on. So this is called Prayaschitta aspect, learning to take the responsibility. So the Prayaschitta comes, not only, remember, Papam goes away, I would rather say Papam goes away, or one grows out of Papam, not only recognizing the fact that I was wrong, but also taking responsibility that not to continue or to take care of the surroundings because of me, what other disturbance has happened. Continuing. Aswattha sarva vrukshanam devarshinam cha naradaha gandharvanam chitraratha siddhanam kapilo muni. So, when it talks about aswattha sarva vrukshanam, so aswattha means we say people tree. Now when we say people tree, we have to also understand few points, that if you are smart, urdha moolam sakam aswatham prahuravyam. In 15th chapter we have a concept of aswatha tree, okay? Don't bring that here, okay? That aswatha and this aswatha is entirely different. This is called half-baked understanding. This is how in internet, in everywhere, people quote left, right and all the pep talks. Because that aswatha stands for samsara vriksha, bondage. And this aswatha here he says, I am the sacred people tree among all the trees. Why? We have a beautiful concept we look at, that first of all, aswatha tree, this people tree, stands for Lord Vishnu. Very nicely, in fact, sometimes you say like Kalasham and Ashwatham. Kalasham means a pot invoked the Varuna Devata, and with all these, leaves and coconut and everything put together, that's called Kalasham. Kalasham and Ashwatham are one answer. Kalasasya mukhe Vishnu, Rudre, Brahma, as we say very carefully, that there is a Rudra, there is also Brahma, there is also Vishnu in Kalasa. So also in Aswatha tree, also we say, is this Aswatha tree is called Vriksharaja, king of all the trees. Why it is called Vriksharaja? Because we say very carefully that in Aswatha tree, Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, three are also present. Because when we look at especially Aswatha tree, if you observe anywhere Aswatha tree, we say that generally we consider in Aswatha tree case especially, the moolam, the root, is considered as Brahma. And the trunk, the middle portion, is considered as Vishnu. And of course, the Agrataha, the top portion, is considered as Lord Shiva. That's why the top portion, always Aswatha tree keeps shaking, never steady. Even if there is no wind, zero. But you will see the leaf will start shaking, never steady. It's amazing. And of course, scientifically they say that Aswatha tree is one of the tree, both day and night gives oxygen. Other trees have certain restrictions, some changes, whereas with reference to Aswatha tree, both day and night it gives oxygen. So that means we say very carefully that especially in the night you are not supposed to sleep under a tree. Not allowed. But under Aswatha tree you can happily sleep, including in the night, under the tree. So we have a lot of, when a person travels, especially when a parivrajaka travels, we have a lot of restrictions, where to sleep, where not to sleep in the night. So in this one concept comes that like which temple one should sleep, which temple we should not sleep. For example, just I am giving one small information to you all. Suppose as a parivrajaka I am traveling, so mother's temple I must not sleep in the night. Vishnu temple I can sleep, Shiva temple I can sleep, but not mother's temple. Restricted. Because many other factors are involved, okay? However, let us not get into controversial chapter. So here is called Vriksharaja. So among all the trees, this is called king, that's why I am that. And comes Devarshinam cha Naradaha. So already we have seen that Maharshinam Bhruguhu, the Rishis, among the Rishis. So I am Bhrugu. But who is this Devarshi? Devarshi means the Rishis belongs to celestials. This is another level. And as you know, Narada is somebody extraordinary person. He can present anywhere at any time without any invitation. And we have Narada. There is no text, there is no Purana, there is no even including Upanishads. I am not telling you. Everywhere Narada is there. Chandogya Upanishad, if you look at, especially in Chandogya Upanishad, Narada becomes a student and Sanat Kumar becomes his guru. And he was taught called Bhuma Vidya. So that Bhuma Vidya in Chandogya Upanishad, Bhuma Vidya is nothing called Brahma Vidya, okay? Don't search for what is Bhuma Vidya, okay? Brahma Vidya. And Narada is a Gyan and he keeps traveling, he never stays in one place. That's why the word Narada means Naram Dadatiti Naradaha. So Naram Jnanam Ityartha. The one who gives knowledge, the giver of knowledge is called Narada. But his unique way of presenting is another thing, okay? First he will create some confusion because he will challenge your ego, creating a lot of confusion you cannot think of. And so that you will be completely confused and destroyed, then you will see the truth will reveal by itself. That is what his approach. So this Narada, he says, I am Narada. So when I am Narada, we also need to be very clear and careful that Narada is not a bad word, as especially in India, colloquial language, everywhere, every part of the world. Hey, are you a Narada? So are you a Narada means what? You know better, okay? That the one who only mischievous wants to make quarrel. Please don't look at that way. Narada is Mahamuni and he is what? Among all these celestial rishis, I am Narada. How can you say Narada is a bad word? So that's why being Devarshi and Jnani, so I am that. Then comes Gandharvanam Chitraratha. So among Gandharva, so Gandharva is another type of demigods, you can say gods, okay, small g, gods. They are staying in the colony. They have got different colonies, okay. We have discussed, there are so many colonies, okay. So this colony of what? Musicians, painters, dancers, okay, sculptures, all these art-oriented things. Mainly emotional guys, okay, don't worry, okay. Left-handist, right-handist, both hands, okay. Because most of these Gandharvas, even if also nowadays you look at painter, sculpture, some emotional things. Because unless they have some emotional things, they cannot bring out either. So they are the representative of, let us say, some portion of Gandharva are there in them. So among Gandharvas, I am called Chitraratha. And who is Chitraratha? Chitraratha is nothing, nobody, the king of all the Gandharvas. Okay? That's why he used this word, I am Chitraratha. Then comes Siddhanam Kapilo Munihi. So among the Siddhas, I am sage Kapila. Muni means Manana Silavan, the contemplative one. Now here there is a big confusion. Which Kapila do you mean? Because we have two types of Kapila. Like Buddha, we have two types of Buddha. One is Prachanna Buddha we call. This Gautam Buddha, the founder of Buddhism. We have another Buddha, which comes under Avatara. Dasa Avatara, Vishnu's 10th Avatara, we have that prior to Kalki called Buddha Avatara. So we have another Buddha. But fortunately or unfortunately, so because we have Buddha Avatara, now this Prachanna Buddha, this Gautama Buddha you can say, becomes the avatar of Vishnu. It's a big confusion. So many people do not know this. So every temple anywhere you see, now you'll see Buddha's avatar. Like for example, I can bring it like how Yogananda people brings, you know, they do the collation of Jesus and Krishna so that they can catch both the group to have their organization to grow. So they have made a destruction, I'm sorry to say. Both of them fly together with both the garlands, you understand, all these photos. It's a very unfortunate thing to talk. So how this group recently they could do it, And it is very famous not only in the West, in India also. Yesterday I saw somewhere, the photos, all these things are there. Okay, I cannot talk in details, I can share with you all. And sometimes like as 99% of common people, including many Swamijis, do not know that there are two types of Buddhas. One is called Prachanna Buddha, other one is our Buddha. Everybody thinks, oh, this is Buddha, is incarnation of Lord Vishnu. So how it has lost the tradition, so also with reference this can happen. However, let us bring the topic here, Kapila. So we have two types of Kapila. So one Kapila is called the founder of Sankhya philosophy. So is it that? Definitely not. This is also many people go wrong. We have to be very clear in this aspect. We have another Kapila who happens to be the avatar of Vishnu, which comes in Bhagavatam. In fact, son becomes the guru of his mother, Devahuti. Kapilopadesa, we say. It's a beautiful text to go through. Tritiya Skandha, it comes in 3rd canto. In fact, I remember in my teenage period, Bhagavatam means only I look at this Tritiya Skandha and this Kapilopadesha and Ekadasha Skandha, 11th canto. Other than that, I never looked at anything. Somehow I didn't find any interesting. And 10th was so fat, it was so boring for me, I cannot think of Dasam Skandha. However, coming back to the point, because all the Leelas, everything was there. Fantastic. So this Kapila was a Siddha. So what is the Siddha content? Siddha means, you can say, those who are accomplished person, who has some miraculous power. So he uses the word, among all this, I am Kapila. How and why? Let us look at. If we try to divide people with reference to knowledge and siddhis, we can divide the whole humanity into 4 categories. The first category would be, there are people who are Gyanis, need not have Siddhi, but not Siddhas, okay? Gyani, but not Siddha. First category. Second category, that there are people who are Siddhas, but need not be Gyani. It's a very nice way to understand. Gyani, but not Siddhas. Siddhas, but not Gyani. Clear? Third category, they are Gyani also as well as Siddhas. Very rare category. In fact, Kapila comes under that category. Okay? They are Gyani, also they are what? They are Siddhas. Both. And the fourth category, the dangerous category, okay? What is that category? Neither Jnanam nor Siddhas. Siddhis. That is, and this category think everything and discuss about other 3 categories. You understand? All gossip, all calculation, fighting, this category only do about others. But interestingly, this Kapila Muni, not the Sankhya, but the avatar of Vishnu, the teacher of his own mother Devahuti, which is being discussed in Bhagavatam. So this Kapila Muni not only was Gyani, also was Siddha Purusha. Remember, Siddhis has nothing to do with knowledge or liberation. Siddhi is a miraculous power to help or to destroy, to do whatever you want. You have to be very clear. That's why Siddhis can come from different sources. Generally, we technically say 3, let us say technically we say into the 4 categories. 4 ways one can get Siddhi. why Swamiji you are getting into all these things, okay? The first category is called through Ratnam. Through Ratna, one can get Siddhi. Ratna means a precious stone. Genie, rub, you understand? Then something comes out. So there are different types of stones we have. So by using those Ratnas, one can get Siddhi, absolutely no problem. There are, you don't have to worry. Second type of Siddhis, I am talking about the easiest method, okay? Then we will come to. Second easiest would be through Aushadham. So Aushadham means holding onto or consuming a given type of herb for a length of time or one time. You will also get Siddhi. I have seen, especially here in Odisha also I have seen, there are certain herbs, certain plants, as you keep moving, if it touches your body, you will lose the direction. You will not be able to understand which direction you are going. The impact of that herb is so strong. So also, there are some herbs you can hold in your hand, and especially they put it on the neck and tie down here, all these things. You can achieve many things. In fact, I had gone through one incident in my teenage time. So there was a person who challenged me, because one of the tantric person, in fact there was some big, I cannot say fight, there was no big discussion. Then finally he wanted to show me something, and other person got something. In short, said that look, he cannot, means I cannot shout at that person. You may believe it or not, I failed. I will plan and write it down to shout. But when the person comes in front of me, because with that medicine, whatever was there inside, it was impossible. The moment that fellow goes away, I'll start shouting. Oh God, he went. And finally one day I said, look, because of this I am not able to shout, but it is going to go away. It cannot stay with you either. However, that's another story. So the Siddhi accomplishment can come through the herbs, second easiest. Third one is accomplishment can come through mantra. So a given mantra we call through Purascharanam, you can have Siddhi. So Purascharanam means, for example, Namah Shivaya, Panchakshari. So for Panchakshari, minimum 5 lakhs. So as many alphabets, that many lakhs, those many lakhs. Through a process, there is a lot of things, and sometimes we multiply. Instead of 5 lakhs, we can go 5 into 5, 25 lakhs. So lakh means 100,000, okay? So those who are overseas, or else you'll think what is lakh? So which is talking, is Indian English. 100,000 is equal to 1 lakh, okay? So however, see here, you can keep multiplying, nothing wrong in it, that is also allowed. Then 25 you can put 2.5, means 25 million, you can go for it also. Like that, it has to be multiplied. So through mantra also one can get Siddhi. And fourth type of Siddhi we call through yoga. So through yoga, especially because of prana sadhana and meditation, prana and dhyana both, because in meditation also you manage your prana in a subtle way, focusing on these third chakras, managing especially your ida, pingala, directing your pranavayu through Sushumna. One can have Siddhi, which is further complicated. So these are the 4 common methods, and other 2 methods also are prevalent, but very rare. So one of the rarest is called by birth. You might have seen the television shows and other things. The person looks at in the television shows also looks at all the spoons starts bending. Very old, popular one was. Somebody is able to touch electricity, nothing happens. And any part of the body you touch the electricity, the bulb will on, but the person will not get electrocuted. There are a lot of things. So this is also siddhis. So this is called by birth they are siddhas. So that also we need to look at very carefully and clearly. And the last category also is there. We call as a siddha purusha. Can hand over the power to anybody whomsoever he wants. That's why when a Swami passes away, everybody is surrounded by. Maybe some power can come in, okay? When a common person passes away, especially children will be around because some money will be there somewhere, okay? Anywhere wheel is missing or what. But whereas with reference to Siddha Purusha, people are surrounded because a Siddha Purusha has power, that time can hand over. The best example with this, I'll stop it. In fact, when Lord Krishna had to leave the body, was not able to leave body. Because some portion of his energy, siddhis, were with Arjuna. So unless he takes it from Arjuna, he is not going to leave him. Very difficult. So that's why he created a drama to meet Arjuna while suffering. Imagine Lord Krishna himself. And when he wanted to meet, and of course one of his younger brother of Arjuna said, hey, don't touch him. Because if you touch him, because he is a foresighter, if you touch him, your energy is going to go away. Don't do that. But Lord Krishna convinced him in such a way, okay, you don't have to come and hug me. Not necessarily. But at least touch through the arrow. You understand? So this Arjuna didn't understand, got fooled. And moment made that arrow, top of the arrow touched the torch, Lord Krishna. Then finally what happened? All this, that was with Arjuna went to Krishna and Krishna could leave the body. So that his chapter is completed. Can you see this point? So if Lord Krishna before leaving could take away, so also before leaving the body also is giving away. There are many cases I don't want to get into, okay? We make it very clear when a great Siddha Purusha passes away, we all go there just to know some glance if can come, nothing like that, okay? Everything comes just like that. So in short, 4 are popular version of gaining siddhis and 2 are very uncommon, very rare. So that's why he says, among all the siddhas, I am Kapila Muni. More of it we'll see on Monday. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.